What's going on, folks? Earthmaster here, checking in on this Friday evening, October 16th, 2020 is the date. About 7:33 p.m. Doing a little bit of an early update video here tonight. Latest earthquake on the map on the globe here is a 4.4 earthquake out here on the opposite side of the world near Jerome, Afghanistan. About 165 kilometers below the surface there for that deep earthquake there. You can see it on the little box to your right hand side there, upper right hand corner there. You can see the depth and the magnitude there. Pretty deep earthquake for that area of the world there. Of course, a little bit of unusual activity out there worldwide. Gonna go ahead and check into the USGS maps here real quick. Hold on one second. Here's the Afghanistan earthquake there. Take a look at the all magnitude earthquakes out here from the USGS folks there. You can see activity kind of minimal out there, but if you zoom in here to Southern Cal, take a look at the activity that's kind of picked up out there around the Brawley area in Southern California. A little bit of earthquake activity there in the swarming area. Just south of the Salton Sea area right there, about 6 or 7 earthquakes there. And these ones kind of a little bit larger than the microquakes that we've been seeing over there. About 2.3 is the highest in that area. A couple upper ones as well. Let's see, far as the activity up here in central Nevada and the Sierra Nevada area, kind of about average for the most part, far as what we've been seeing over the last couple months there. A little bit of uptick activity above Reno. You can see a little swarm of activity up there. A pretty good flurry of earthquakes there. About what do we got there? About 13 earthquakes there, just west of the Reno airport. A little swarm of activity. No major quakes there. It looks like the largest one's going to be that 2.3 there. Of course, all these mountain ranges right here in Reno. If you've ever been to Nevada and whatnot, you see these series of mountain ranges that go from, well, you can see them here on the map. They go from pretty much northeast to southwest, all across the area. Beautiful desert area if you like the desert. I don't like living there. I like visiting once in a while. But this is all compression mountains, whatnot, from the North American and Pacific plate collisions that's going on there, along with the Juan de Fuca plate kind of playing a little part in it, and also the North American craton there in the central part of the North American area right here, playing a big part in creating mountain ranges out there. So there's no doubt the pressure is continuing out there. It doesn't mean that any big earthquakes are about ready to happen around Reno. There has been big earthquakes, no doubt. But these little swarms out here, just pretty average when it comes to geologically speaking terms there. It's average activity there, including this activity up there near Pyramid Lake. Fault systems out there, even though it doesn't show any fault systems. You got to think, though, how did all of these mountain ranges develop out there, right? Obviously from pressure and buildup over the hundreds of thousands of millions of years. So this little activity that we're seeing over the last 24 hours is very minimal when it comes to earthquake activity out there. So very normal activity. Don't worry about any type of major activity occurring anytime soon out there in Nevada. Idaho looking pretty active in this little small area, right? You got a handful of quakes out there. About 8 small earthquakes out there in that area, but this has been pretty common over the past few weeks, actually the past couple months, to be honest. Oklahoma still seeing some activity. It's just no abnormal activity that really pops off here at the moment here. We are seeing a little bit of activity uptick here around the Indonesia area and the Philippines area as well. 5.4 striking near Loc, Philippines area, about 63 kilometers there. A few folks definitely report feeling that earthquake out there. Also over here towards the Sumatra and Ecuador area. What is that? Jakarta? Is that right? That's kind of an interesting name right there. Seen some earthquake activity out here, but this is all pretty typical. I'm not seeing any major swarms, any type of major development going on out there at all. That would, you know, justify the need to justify the need to you know, pay more attention to that. So just looking pretty average out there. There's a lot going on the tremor department. I want to cover the Yellowstone area real quick. There we go. I covered it. There's not a whole lot, folks. Sorry, there's just not a whole lot of activity there in Yellowstone. The big picture over here, 456 epicenters of tremor along the Cascadia subduction zone. You can see the activity kind of extending further out away from Washington into northern Oregon, and also a big cluster of quakes or tremor into the Vancouver Island area. Pretty big activity out there. 456 epicenters there. That has been going on since October 4th. Hold on one second here. I just lost the I lost my there we go. Hold on one second here. There we go. I hit the desktop screen for some reason, and it decided to switch back to the earthquake 3D globe and whatnot. So anyway, yeah, October 4th, this activity has been going on. Pretty good uptick, folks. You can see the uptick right there. Much better. I mean, if you look at historical activity here, folks, historical map up here since 2010, you get every 14 months, you get this tremor going on, but this has been way more. This has been way more activity than what we've seen in years past. So eventually, it's gonna not be good for the folks here in the Pacific Northwest. That's a fact. Today in earthquake history, let's go ahead and cover that real quick. October 16th, 1999 is the date, right? Everyone thought the world was going to end back there. As soon as the clock hits the 2000 era, had a pretty good earthquake, a 7.1 earthquake in Hector Mine, California. That's a pretty good sized earthquake in that region right there. You can see the area that was affected here in Southern California. That's kind of a, well, we got southeast of Barstow, well southeast of Ridgecrest, out there in the desert. It was felt pretty much throughout the area right there. What do we got? About 13 kilometers below the surface. The Pacific and North American plate, folks, is a major player in big earthquakes. It may not seem like that in recent times, but I guarantee you here in the future we're going to see some major movement in Southern California. That's a fact. 7.1 Hector Mine area. That was definitely a big shaker back there in that era. Look at that. They messed up the date for me. Quite a few fatalities and whatnot was felt all over Southern California. Also in this date in earthquake history, 1981 is the date. 7.5 earthquake off the coast of central Chile. Right around that. Well, this is south of the area of the largest earthquake ever recorded in our very minimal time frame here in human history. The biggest one, of course, being up here, 9.3, 9.5. I can't remember exactly, but this 7.5 struck in the region of the subducting area. Looks like only one fatality. That's kind of odd. In an auto accident caused by a panicked driver. That, oh wow. That's kind of interesting to mention there. For a pretty large earthquake like that, fell throughout central Chile. Maximum intensity there. Some pretty good movement there being felt for that 7.5. So anyway, folks, we're gonna jump off here. Have a beautiful, good, safe Friday night. I mean, I don't have to tell you, but Friday night is pretty crazy out here in this area, Northern California. And I guess no matter where you live, people are gonna be crazy. I get it. Everyone wants to have fun, but for Christ's sake, please do it safely. Don't be stupid. Don't be freaking don't be drinking and driving. Don't be doing drugs. You know, I'm not saying you guys are, but you have to watch out for those people that are out there. And it's a real deal. I want to see everyone safe out there. I don't want to see fatalities. So have a good night, folks. We'll chat you guys a little bit later. It's still pretty windy out here. Hopefully the stream stays up. If not, we will fire back up.